really thought about daily reconciliations that we run, where we have, usually, or where in the past we would have had, substantial number of teams or team members across the globe. Can we run processes in a more automated fashion, such as running T+1 morning broker reconciliations, taking files and formats from brokers at the end of each trading day or overnight, pairing them up with our own in-house reports, and then basically looking for exceptions in those reports, rather than having a bunch of team members working through broker reconciliations by ticking off each and every single transaction one by one. But just from a clear perspective, we are now reconciling hundreds and thousands of broker transactions every day, every month, across Singapore and London, by simply logging on to ClearDocs in the morning, calling up the brokers one by one, and just basically seeing whether we have 2 transactions with a broker or 250 transactions with a broker, just seeing, have all of those transactions matched down to all the economic details, price, kind of quantity, buy, sell, delivery period, the products, and then this exercise becomes a 10-15 minute, half an hour job for each operations person, whereas in the past it probably would have taken a good sort of hour and a half, 2 hours per person. So I think from my perspective, it opens up the opportunity for members of my team to look at products and processes in a lot more depth, to branch out into areas they previously wouldn't have handled, and also just to make their sort of operations job, which can at times be a little bit repetitive, a bit more interesting. So imagine you sitting there ticking back 500 transactions every day, and you do that for 5 days a week throughout the course of the year. At some point, I guarantee you might get tired, you might overlook something. We have the added safety net that ClearDocs then picks up those exceptions, rather than somebody making a human error, and it basically allows people to look at other products. We've introduced sort of physical commodities into my team that we previously haven't handled. We've introduced documentary LC processes in the physical world, which my team previously hadn't had exposure of. And rather than having to bring in specialists from other industries or other companies, I can actually spend the time to train my juniors up and give them a chance to learn something new and become all-rounders, and work in an operations team where not only do they handle the cleared business and have an understanding of the reconciliations and the broker recs, they can also deal with physical commodities such as coal, oil, biofuels, financing sort of projects that we've handled in the past. So it just gives them a breadth and a variety to their ops world, which they previously probably wouldn't have had, because they would have sat there just ticking back individual transactions one by one.